How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a long overdue video. Today I am talking about my dad's Peugeot 206 WRC project car and the massive amounts of progress that it's made since the last time I made a video back in like September, October last year. Now I have to apologise first of all for it being such a long time between updates on this car. We didn't do anything on the car for a really long time. It sat in the garage for ages and then finally moved down to my dad's garage, but then still didn't have any work on it. And then as the lockdown started to come in, my dad started to do more work on it and has basically spent quite a while now, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, just absolutely banging out time on this car. And honestly, the results so far are incredible. But before we begin, I want to say a massive thank you to STIKR Automotive. They're a fresh company who are making stickers, lanyards, and air fresheners for you and your car. They are pretty sick. Like, the quality is actually really decent. They sent me all this stuff to have a test of and have a look at. My favorite sticker they sent me is this one, the shed, which is very relevant to my VW Polo and potentially relevant to my MX-5 as well. But yes, they do really cool stuff. If you use my code CARSWITHJB at checkout, you get 10% off. They do some really good packaging so that your stuff doesn't get screwed up in the mail as well, which is really helpful. And yeah, all their links and stuff in the description down below. Go check them out. But as always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Also, I have to apologise, I don't have any video footage of the car. I only have pictures because I'm not able to go to the garage at the moment simply because of the current situation in the UK. And my dad has sent me a whole bunch of pictures of the car anyway so that we can pretty much tick off everything that he's done to it regardless. But yes, as soon as the situation is over, I will go down and record the car itself for real rather than just having all these pictures of it. It's just simply because I don't want to travel the 15 miles down there during the lockdown period. So obviously, as you know, the car is from the Netherlands, so he had to get the car MOT'd and registered in his name here in the UK, so that was step one. And then he went on to strip out the entire of the car completely. Obviously a key part of the project, get everything out, seats, all the carpets, all the everything out of the inside of the car. He then spent about £2 on the body kit for the 206 from a company in France that have an actual 206 WRC car that they take molds from to create the actual body panels all around. Like, I'm talking back wing, the quarter panels front and rear, the bumpers, the doors, everything. And then he started cutting away at the right rear wing. Try saying that really quickly, it's really tough. To completely expose where the suspension goes, as well as for him to be able to put on this new body panel. Now, when you looked at the actual 206 WRC car, it was very different to how the rally car looks in this whole area because it has these big turrets that the suspension sticks onto in order to give it enough travel. So this meant cutting out not just the quarter panel, but also the whole turret where the suspension fits into. He obviously also removed the engine and the wheels and then put the car up on a dolly, as you can see in this picture here. So going back to that point around the turret, here you can see a picture of that open area, and then here you can see him starting to fabricate in the new turret to go into that section. And then finally that turret with the top on as well. He then test fitted the body panel and then created, using aluminium, the rear wheel arch as well, and then basically made this all fit in nicely together by blending the body panel into the existing body from the car. Once that was done, he did exactly the same on the other side of the car too, and then here you can see a picture of the car without its bumper on, but with both of the rear wings on. Here you can see some of the modifications underneath the car. He's having to put in these big tubes to go under to keep the rigidity, and then also this nice big tube to go into the back of the car because he's going to be building the roll cage in, and that's one of the key bits holding together those two big turrets. Honestly, look at how big those turrets are in the back of the car. It's actually insane. Then we went to the front of the car where he realized as well the wheel arches were way too low, so this had to also be raised up as well. You can see here that he's welded in a whole new section for the wheel arch to fit into, and then once that was done on both sides, he then test fitted the actual panels on as well, so these could fit onto the car, and then they were blended into the car just as they were on the rear. In order for the car to be strong enough, it had to have a different subframe at the front, so my dad had to replicate that into the car. And here you can see a picture with the actual bumper of the car on at the back. It's starting to look like an actual car at this point. Now, the 206 WRC car was all-wheel drive, and of course this car has to therefore be all-wheel drive if it's going to be a 206 WRC. So my dad had to cut out the transmission tunnel completely so that this could fit underneath the car. He then re-welded it in slightly higher up and then also filled in the sides with sheet metal to ensure that it was strong enough. More to come on the all-wheel drive system in the future. Using a plasma cutter, he also cut out the vents in the roof, as you can see here. And in order to work out where the center of the wheels are going to be, he mocked up these cardboard cutout wheels for the exact size of the wheels and tires on the actual WRC car, and then worked out where they would fit, and then sort of had to move those around and work out where the axles would go in. Another really cool thing that he's done here on the interior is that in the actual car you have two of these interior pods. That one is for the driver's side, as it's always supposed to be there, and there's also one on the passenger side, so he bought a second one and then input that into the passenger side of the car. He then also built in the new center console console as well, so there's a whole different center console in the real WRC car. He's built that into the car now. Actually, we have no idea what the buttons all do in the car, but if anyone has any ideas, let us know. I'm sure he'll work it out using his research anyway, but either way. And most recently, he's gone on to working on test fitting the actual seats. This has required obviously different mounting points because the seats don't really fit into the car, and he's floor mounting them as well. So they need to be floor mounted in a certain position in order for them not to get in the way of the roll cage when that goes in. And so that is where he is up to on the 206 WRC car. I can take no credit for that, by the way, because I've done literally zero things for that car. He's been down at the garage working on it. I've been here at home, so nothing I could do to help. But it really is a very exciting project, and he's way ahead of schedule at this point in time because he wasn't planning on doing the amount of work that he has done on the car so far, but given the current situation, he thought good opportunity to get the car as done as possible. And yes, there is a huge amount of work still to go and a huge amount of work already done, so massive respect to him for everything that he's done so far. It is very intelligent, just one man in his garage boshing out these jobs one after the other to build his second full rally car. I mean, he actually built a Renault 5 before his current Renault 5 Maxi Turbo, so I mean, it could even be his third. But yes, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. He will keep pushing on with the project. I will keep doing my best to document the project. Again, a massive thank you to STIKR Automotive for sending me these stickers, as well as being supporters of the channel. I really do appreciate it. Huge thanks to the patrons as well for their continued support, as well as to you guys for watching the videos. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.